The Crab Barrel Effect. Why the People Around You Keep You Stuck. By Mr. Sticks. Now we step into dangerous territory. Not markets. Not money. People. Because one of the most overlooked forces in your financial life is not what you know. It's who you're surrounded by. The observation. There's a pattern you've seen before. Maybe you've even experienced it. Someone decides to improve. They start saving. They start investing. They think differently. They move with more discipline. And suddenly, the energy around them shifts. Not always aggressively. Sometimes subtly. You've changed. It's not that serious. Live a little. At first, it sounds harmless. But it's not. The Crab Barrel Effect. Let's define it. If you place crabs in a barrel, none of them escape. Not because they can't, but because when one tries to climb out, the others pull it back down. That's not a metaphor. That's behavior. And humans do the same thing. Why it happens, psychology. Let's be precise. People don't resist your growth because they hate you. They resist it because your growth creates contrast, and contrast creates discomfort. When you start thinking differently, acting differently, moving with purpose, you unintentionally expose their lack of action, their lack of discipline, their lack of direction. And instead of addressing that, they try to eliminate the discomfort, not by rising, but by pulling you back down. The unspoken agreement. Every environment has rules, not written, but enforced. One of the strongest is, stay the same as us, because sameness creates comfort, predictability, social balance. So when you begin to change, you disrupt that balance, and disruption invites resistance. The subtle forms of resistance. This doesn't always look like confrontation. It's often disguised as jokes, doubt, casual comments, advice, examples. Why are you saving so much? You think you're better than us now? Money isn't everything. Notice something. These statements are not about truth. They're about bringing you back to baseline. The financial consequence. Let's anchor it. This is where most people miss the connection. Environment directly affects spending habits, financial discipline, risk tolerance, long-term thinking. If your environment normalizes overspending, living paycheck to paycheck, avoiding investments, then guess what becomes normal for you? The same behavior. So even if you know better, you will struggle to act better. The cost of staying. Let's make this clear. Staying in the wrong environment doesn't just slow you down. It conditions you. Over time, your standards drop, your discipline weakens, your vision shrinks, and financially, you delay investing, miss opportunities, stay income dependent longer. Not because you're incapable, but because your environment reinforces limitation. The internal conflict. Now here's where it gets real. Growth creates tension. You begin to feel out of place, misunderstood, slightly disconnected, because you're no longer aligned with the old version of yourself or the environment that supported it. And that feeling, that's where most people stop. They retreat. They shrink back. They return to comfort. The breakaway phase. This is the defining moment. If you want to grow, you must accept temporary discomfort over permanent limitation, which means thinking differently even if no one agrees, acting differently even if it feels awkward, moving forward even if others don't understand. This is not arrogance. It's alignment. Emotional separation before physical. Let's clarify something important. You don't always need to immediately leave people, but you must detach mentally first, meaning you stop adopting their habits. You stop seeking their approval. You stop needing their validation. Then over time, your environment will either adjust to your growth or naturally separate from you. The upgrade principle. Here's the truth most people avoid. If you upgrade your life, your environment must upgrade too, or it will resist you. There is no neutral. So you have a decision. Stay aligned with comfort or align with growth. You rarely get both. The financial reality. This is not just emotional. This is financial. If your circle doesn't invest, doesn't think long-term, doesn't build, then statistically, you won't either. And that has a direct cost. Years of delayed wealth, missed compounding, continued dependency. Environment is not a small factor. It's a multiplier. Final words from Mr. Sticks. Let's close this precisely. Not everyone around you wants to see you fail, but not everyone is ready to see you grow either. And if you don't recognize the difference, you will confuse resistance for normalcy. So here's your directive. Stop asking who's comfortable around you. Start asking who's aligned with where you're going. Because the moment you stop shrinking to fit your environment is the moment your life begins to expand beyond it. If this made you rethink your circle, good. That's not discomfort, that's awareness. Stay close. More clarity is coming, and it won't always be comfortable, but it will always be necessary. Move forward anyway. Remember to hit like and subscribe to the channel. Shalom.